Hey yo, preto hermano, você sabia que é bom? Now listen, hold on. She's talking about women say 9 to 5 are for ninjas who can't survive in the streets. Black men, come on, keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. Most of the dudes in the streets can't survive the streets. Right now, listen, this is a snitching culture. All the evidence is online. You feel me? Crime Stoppers are in full effect. People are dialing 1-800 every hour on the hour, black men. Let's keep it a stack. I don't give a damn. I'm on the sidewalk. Okay, I'm on the sidewalk. I love clocking in for a 9 to 5. I mean, listen, it's more shifts than just 9 to 5, but I love clocking in for my 9 to 5. I love knowing that I don't have to look over my shoulders. I love knowing that, listen, no one is trying to put a pistol to the back of my head saying, give me that ish, give me that ish. You know what I'm saying? A dude robbing you for your chain, robbing you for your coat. Like, come on, no one got time for that. And see, one thing about them, right? I mentioned in one of my videos, yeah, women, they do control a lot of society from a social perspective, right? Now, women do have power, right? Not the power that they think they have, but they have power in other ways. Again, if women said that we like men wearing tidy whities and Timberland boots, guess what men will get out here and do? Buy tidy whities and Timberland boots. So again, women been talking about this since like what, the 80s, 70s? Who knows how long they've been talking about this? That guys in the streets, right? His lifestyle is exhilarating. His lifestyle is infatuating. Oh, he's tough. Oh, he's gangster. See, one thing I realized, right, growing up too, most black women live in the hood. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. The black women that most guys would want are living in Section 8 neighborhoods, Afghanistan neighborhoods, Iraq neighborhoods. They still put clothes on the clothesline in these neighborhoods. Windows broken in the neighborhoods, right? Apartment buildings as tall as a skyscraper, right? They live in these neighborhoods, dude. This is where black women live in totality. Yeah, you might have a handful of black women who live in the suburbs, but we're not talking about those few because most black people are not living in upper middle class. I mean, it's probably a good portion in the middle class, but let's just keep it strictly at the neighborhood, right? At the neighborhood. When you compare the number of black women who live in middle class, upper middle class areas compared to black women who are growing up in the trenches. Listen, I remember growing up, most of the females, well, not me, right? But most of the females I dealt with were from the burbs. And when I say most, I'm talking like 98, 99%. I don't look for hood females. But I did realize early on that the joints that you would mess with, oh, listen, they live in those neighborhoods, right? The ones that got the crazy body, she lives in those neighborhoods. The one that you heard, yo, she was an easy move, they live in those neighborhoods. You feel me? You heard, oh, she was giving out some top. They live in those neighborhoods. I'm not saying, listen, they don't live in suburbs too, but a lot of black women grow up in the projects or the hood, whatever you want to call it, right? Again, they're messing with these dudes who are transporting. You feel me? He riding down the highway with a trunk full of whatever he has. You feel me? His biggest fear is the K9 unit, 7 years, like dog years. Like, come on, son. That's what they rooting for. You feel me? And they're telling you that 9 to 5 guys can't survive the streets. Listen, when you look at the fact that a lot of these guys go into the streets, they're just lazy. When you look at these black men, they think that these black men think they can go from the streets to the industry. Not listen, selling packs, committing drills, robbing people, and I'm gonna go in the studio, rap about it. Now I'm a rapper. Yo, come on, son. They've been selling that image for a while, or that narrative for a while. Who is still buying that? Even as a kid, I never bought into the whole, oh, be a street guy, go in the booth, rap about it. Now I'm gonna be a rapper. Come on, son. Most of the rappers don't even live the lifestyle that they're talking about. You guys ever watch the Raising Canaan series from 50 Cent? And even 50 Cent, he made it in the not the BMF, in the Raising Canaan series, where the kid who played 50 Cent was out there in the streets really living that street life, and his best friend is a rapper rapping about everything 50 Cent is doing. Come on, son. No, who's buying this? Who is buying this? All right, you might have a few guys who go in the streets. Again, you might the King Vaughn types, the the Little Dirk types. Yeah, those guys might be out there really doing that, but the majority of dudes in the streets, listen, he doesn't even have enough money to buy a whip. These new Gen Z drug dealers, man, these dudes are drug addicts, and listen, he's 75% drug addict, 25% drug dealer. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, then you might have a few guys who are out there, trigger men, really pulling triggers, really out there hitting licks, really out there robbing dudes, really out there catching bodies, catching hats, and all that. I mean, see, black women said this a long time ago that these kind of guys are what they like. So, what do you think most guys try to become? Again, I grew up in the burbs my whole entire life. Listen, hood females, I would keep it a stack. I was always, pretty nervous around hood females because I don't trust them. People who grow up in poverty, how can you trust them as somebody who grew up? And listen, dude, I don't know what it feels like to come home from school and my lights are out. You feel me? I didn't know what it felt like to come home from school and I'm starving. My next meal would be when I go back to school tomorrow morning. I don't know that feeling, dude. I don't know that feeling of, oh, my parents couldn't buy me new school clothes going back to school for the school year. I didn't have no school supplies because my parents couldn't afford it. I don't know that feeling, dude. And even times where things were a little tough, guess what? Girls from the suburbs, parents bought me school supplies. I remember that. Akeisha's mom bought me school supplies. But that was Akeisha, right, who came from a background that was even more privileged than mine. Grew up in a big ass house. You feel me? Parents had great careers. So again, I don't know what kind of chicks you dudes really be dealing with. I mean, a lot of them take on the characteristics of the hood chick, the blonde weave and the crazy wigs and the long fingernails, hoop earrings, the attitude. I mean, it's pretty much standard when it comes to black women, but some things they do take a little bit too far. Again, these guys in the streets, no one talks about how, listen, when you're going in the streets, again, those street dudes who try to influence younger guys, the street dudes who try to influence younger guys to join, they don't tell you how, listen, when you go to jail, you can no longer get you a house or an apartment. They don't tell you how, listen, jobs are gonna pretty much turn you down because you have a felony on your report card. Yeah, not your in school report card, but your real report card, the one that actually matters, right? They don't tell you that. But from early on, black men, we've been seeing this since high school. We saw in high school how the guys with the purple flags, the guys with the black flags, the guys with the blue and red flags, these dudes, they winning. Keep it listen, I'm gonna keep it a stack. High school and university, when it comes to black men, in high school, the guys who are really winning, street guys. After the street guys, athletes. After the athletes, it's going to be popular guys, right? In university, it's still street guys at the top. especially if you went to like an HBCU. Come on. At an HBCU university level, street guys are still winning. Even if you went to a PWI, black women who go to a PWI somehow still manage to mess with street dudes. Anyways, street guys are winning in university. After the street guy, you have the athlete. After the athlete, you have the fraternity guys. After the fraternity guys, you have the on campus, I guess, popular guys. After that, anybody else, listen, you're pretty much competing against them. And even the three guys after the street guy, they have to compete with the street dudes because out of everybody, I mean, for the street guys who really do have some money, because most guys are not making it to Don status. Most guys are not making it to big meat status. Like that's not happening no more. 2025, right? But the video I made recently about the chick who looked like Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying? She talking about 10K cash. Listen, the most street dudes, or let me not say most, the few that they tend to mess with, yeah, he might have 10K cash, 20K cash, 30K cash. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing it in university. It's dudes who you can look at clear as day. He does not attend any classes here at this university. Listen, they're walking around with about 7,000 in their book bags. You feel me? On campus, he got the 7,000 sitting next to a pack of like, come on, that's what he picked. So again, that guy compared to other guys in that age range who are in university, again, the athletes, unless you're like a top level athlete, you're not getting an NIL deal, right? If you're not a fraternity dude who comes from a family of wealth, you probably don't have enough money to compete against a guy who has 30K cash in his book bag, but he's not a student. Tattoo on his face, dreadlocks, right? They don't tell you that. Again, you see them pick. I told you before in one of my videos, yo, I picked up my girlfriend from her dorm when I was in university. And listen, I pulled up in front of her dorm. I see guys in cars that a freshman in college cannot afford. A sophomore in college cannot afford this. 392 Chargers. I mean, it was mostly muscle cars, but Chargers, Challengers. I think it was one BMW. I'm like, yo, come on. Listen, when I was 19, I had this one shorty tell me how, listen, her last dude drove a Porsche. A Porsche? Yo, was the last dude 40 years old? I've never seen a young dude in his 20s in a Porsche. I've seen guys in Chargers. I've seen guys in Corvettes. I've seen guys in BMWs and Benzes. A Porsche? That's grown man money. That's not new money. That's like old money right there. Most young dudes are not thinking about a Porsche. So let's say he was a young guy in a Porsche. Well, how did he obtain the Porsche? Is it legal? Did he CPN swipe it? You feel me? Like, come on. Like, they again, black men, they're picking the guys who are cheating. They're picking the guys who are taking a shortcut, and it's a short term success. Guys are doing all of this peacocking strictly for sex because black women make the standard so high. You think a dude put a tattoo on his face because he wants to? No, he does that for sex. That's gonna increase his layup count. Listen, black man, I was in the suburbs. I'm around guys, two-parent households, had every Jordan, every North Face, every collaboration with a Timberland boot. You feel me? I've seen dudes with the Avrex jackets. I've seen dudes with the throwback windbreakers, the sports team windbreakers, the one that was expensive. You feel me? The Letterman jackets. I seen the dudes with the flyest gear, son. The flyest gear, the True Religions, the Robin jeans. You feel me? Dudes had Balmains in high school, Louis Vuitton belts in high school. Come on, I seen dudes who were straight spoiled went and put a tattoo on his face and joined the streets. I'm like, damn, damn. That's how intense. That's how strong. That's how much control they have over black men. Now, and I'm telling you, dude, I'm telling you, it's insane. But I mean, dudes can get out here and keep doing it. And see, this is the part that kills me, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Right, the reason why, um, you know, STDs are so bad in the black community, it's because of them. You feel me? The same guys who they pick. I talked about it in one of my videos where, again, I've seen these dudes, Glocktavius, Tyrone, Pookies, like these dudes who are. I'm gonna tell you guys two stories, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Now, one of the guys, I wouldn't say he was a street dude, but as far as his appearance, his image, again, he fit the street image. So was he doing street activities? I don't know, but he definitely took on the image. Again, dreadlocks, tattoos, the degenerate behavior, acting like a dumbass and stuff like that. That's what they like. This particular dude, listen, eventually he got exposed. And I'm so glad at the time. Listen, I was smoking a blunt with my friends. Listen, we did not pass him the blunt. Well, I passed my blunt to my man's. I said, listen, bro, don't pass it to nobody else. Pass it right back to me. That's what he did. You feel me? But come to find out, the dude who I'm talking about, listen, he got exposed and he was messing with Transformers. Go in the booth like Clark Kent and transform. Not to an Autobot, to a Decepticon. Nigga come out with red eyes and everything. I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, yo, again, you wouldn't even think to yourself. And what was worse, it was a video clip, not text messages, not a picture, not an audio recording. It was a video. Faces were shown, so he couldn't deny this. The dude went into hiding, deleted his accounts, probably moved out the state, something like, you know what I mean? Like, you caught with a transformer, but again, this is the same kind of black men who they glazed. Again, I saw Glocktavius. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this one. I'm talking about Glocktavius, dude. 6 feet tall, dreadlocks, freeform dreadlocks at that, gold fronts, tattoo on his face, 392 Charger with a transformer. I'm like, oh my God. Those same street dudes who they love so much, going to prison for one year. He back out on the streets, go back to prison for 4 years, back out on the streets, go back to prison for 7 years, back out on the streets. These dudes who go in and out of jail constantly. Listen, it is, you know, homosexuality at a high level in those facilities, man. You feel me? So yeah, you might love Glocktavius. You might, deal with Glocktavius. Guess what? He's a homosexual. He's down low. So how do you think that HIV AIDS spread around so much? HIV isn't something that on average, right? I'm not saying you can't catch it, but the likelihood is lower catching HIV from a woman, right? But from a man, the probability, the likelihood, it increases tenfold. So they're dealing with these guys, right, in jail, in prison, dealing with these transformers on the low, right? When they're in the free world, again, I've seen video clips multiple times. They're not looking for men who are proud to be a homosexual. He's out the closet. They're looking for guys, again, tough guys, street guys. I'm like, wait. See, when you dive into the psyche of this dude, when you think about it, I'm like, why are you looking for these type of dudes? Why doesn't it make more sense to get with a guy who's openly out here? He lets the world know that he supports the rainbow. No, they're looking for street guys because those are the guys. Come on, listen. No need for any more. This video, let me go ahead and wrap it up again. Black men avoid the streets. They say 9 to 5 guys are guys who can't survive in the streets. Trust me, nobody wants to be in the streets in 2025. It's nothing there for anybody. Only they talk about being outside. Only they talk about, oh, I'm in the streets. I'm doing this and that. You know what I mean? And then guess what? They run into Glocktavius and Tyrone in the streets. Listen, black men, that street stuff, it doesn't get you any play amongst women of other groups. Maybe the ones who want to be Keisha, but other than that, you limit yourself. You put the tattoo on your face, you limit yourself. Or you can't even get a job, bro. Come on, let's keep it a stack. No one wants to hire you when you look like that. You might talk about, oh man, you working for the man. Okay, nigga, at least I got a job. You make one mistake. Glocktavius, you make one mistake, it's done for you. You eating you eating something that's worse than school lunch. You feel me? Yeah, you might get 3 meals per day, but you eating something that's worse than school lunch, man. Anyways, 10%. I already know you. Listen, we watch it from the sidelines. I would rather go into a 100,000 of student loan debt. I would rather work 3 jobs than to be Glocktavius Tyrone in the streets, or to say, oh, I'm smashing black women. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.